the benefits of strength training, the importance of women especially carrying that muscle mass as an anti-aging hack.
Yeah, so muscle mass is it is the most potent thing we have for anti-aging, especially muscle mass that is trained because it's the most metabolically active. But after you just went through like all the stressors that the average woman is under, it's overwhelming. Another thing that people don't realize is that style of lifestyle, that amount of stress is also catabolic, meaning it's breaking you down, it's breaking down muscle tissue. The greatest thing that I learned in the last probably 10 years was that your training program is only as good as your ability to recover from it. If you can't recover from the training you're doing, you're not getting better, you're getting worse. You're catabolic, you're breaking down. So this muscle mass that we have that is so valuable, that keeps us youthful, that keeps us young, that keeps us moving well, that keeps our immune system strong, that keeps our metabolism at elevated level, everything's against it. That's why all this high intensity training and these large volumes of working out is actually accelerating aging and making things worse because the body's falling apart, because it's causing us to lose muscle mass. To train in a way that to put muscle mass on and to maintain it is actually really hard. It's not an easy thing to do. It is probably, and the only reason I know this is because a lot of my clientele come in and they're getting paid millions of dollars for a response to putting muscle mass on. It is really, it takes a lot of effort, a lot of skill, and a lot of strategy behind it. And so a woman is under a lot of stress and wants to put muscle mass on, she needs strategy on her side. Like you talked about, you got to take care of the metabolism first. You got to have a super healthy metabolism. You got to take care of the liver, the blood sugar stability, the adrenals. You have to have a really healthy base to even have an environment to put muscle mass on. And so like, that's why everything you talk about is super valuable, because that stuff has to be in place. The metabolism has to be running at full bore to really create an environment to where you can go then challenge the muscle to break it down and rebuild itself by adding in the good strength training and all the recovery strategies. And recovery strategy isn't just putting Normatec boots on for 10 minutes and all of a sudden you're nice and recovered. It's getting enough sleep, right? It's taking walks. It's purposely having rest days where you're not working out. Like, that is probably the most valuable tool we have, but most people don't want to do that because they think it's bad for them. There needs to be a lot more emphasis on good strategy, really healthy metabolism, and using rest to your aid and your side to create this youth, to get the adrenals back on your side so that they're stabilizing everything you have, so you have great energy. Now, people tell me all the time, oh, I feel great. I'm like, okay, let's cut out all your caffeine and all your alcohol for the next 3 days and meet on day 4 and prove to me how great you feel. It's usually not very pretty. So I just tell people, if you don't feel great, it's going to be really hard to put a muscle on your body and to have great energy in life to go experience life to its fullest.
It's interesting. I'm 48 and I grew up with a group of friends that definitely like the drink. And I went out to dinner with a group of them last year, and I noticed that only 2 out of 8 of them were drinking. And I thought, oh, this is interesting. The body it's not as forgiving as we get older. And that caffeine from the cup of coffee, I love my coffee. That's not replacing your adrenal health. You are energy is not free. So it's taking some money out of the bank, borrowing it for a little bit. And there are days when I don't have that energy in the gym. I still put my tennis shoes on. I still put my workout clothes on, but I might do more stretching, and I might, in my warm up of 10 minutes, see, oh, well, there's the energy. It is there. And then I've got it in the bank and I go do a good workout. Or nope, it's still not there. Come on, dogs, let's go for a walk. And just listening to the body. And I have to tell you, for someone like me, it is hard to take a day off, really hard mentally. But being able to do something is always helpful. The other thing that I've learned about myself is, as I've increased my caloric intake, oh, wow, my metabolism has actually increased. And guess what else? The amount of movement I do outside of the gym is more naturally, because my body has this energy, this fuel to go do something. But if I'm restricting calories, the natural thing to do is to bust it out in the gym and then go just lay on the couch and not move. So your body's naturally going to use the fuel it's been given.